Hello everyone and welcome to Lindsey Reviews Everything. I have done this video 5 times now. Hopefully this one is the one that sticks. Yeah, it's been an adventure. For some reason my camera doesn't want to record this, and it's a long one. It's a pretty decent sized one. I think it's like 11 minutes for this one. It's been averaging out to about that. I think it's mainly because I am also including some shameless plugs for my businesses and stuff, so be prepared. I've got some really cool new stuff starting out. As you can probably tell, I am back in Alabama. Ohio didn't really work out. That's also why I haven't been posting regularly. My new schedule is going to try and be every other week, alternating with, first shameless plug, the Cryptids, Critters, and Magical Creatures podcast that I produce. And, create and do all of that fun stuff with, because it's all Lindsey. All Lindsey all the time over here. The awkwardness. You will have to excuse my absolutely disastrous work area. I've been trying to do a lot of creating really fast because I have got my first 2 animated series in the works. The first one is in the pipeline. The second one is also done entirely by myself. I'm the writer, the animator, the whole shebang. So that one's going to be like very sporadic, depending on the length of the script. Anyway, that explains a little bit of everything. We're going to get to the rest of it after a while. Anyway, we're going to start today with our review. We will be reviewing the book Bibliophile. I had to make sure I had that sitting up right, 'cause the last time I held it up like this, I was holding it like this. So now you get both ways. This book is by Jane Mount, and I didn't know this until I started doing a little research online after I had bought and read the book, that this is a coffee table book. Now, this is a little something that most people don't know about me. It's not like, oh my god, a earth-shattering secret, but I don't like coffee table books. I hate them. I mean, I didn't like them as a kid when people were giving them to me as Christmas presents because, oh my goodness, you're 5 and it has horses in it. I'm like, I'm 5 and I have horses in my backyard. Just saying, bro. My brother loved them because he's not a big reader and it had lots of pretty pictures of tractors for him. So he loved it. Me, I was more into the written word. So yeah. That being said, this is not your typical coffee table book. Now, would I recommend this to everybody? No, we'll get into that also in a bit. But the illustrations are done by Jane Mount, who is actually, that's her profession, is illustration. Do highly recommend going to check out her website because she does paintings of people's favorite books for sale, and I want to get one eventually. Not right now, but eventually. So she did all of the illustration, pardon me, all of the illustration as well as all of the research and writing in this book. She went out and she may have, let me see here. It's got lots of interesting stuff in it. And it has a lot of, I'm sorry, I looked down, there was words, and that's how that happens to me. So why did I buy this book? I bought it because it's a bibliophile, and the word itself spoke to me. That is who and what I am. I love books. I love the written word. I love art in general. So I ran with it. I grabbed it and I was like, okay, you're going home with me. And so that's what happened. Now I am a book dragon, which means, you can tell I've recorded this a couple of times. My voice is leaving me. Which means that I have a stack of books, a hoard, if you will, of books that I have every intention of reading, but I have no time to read. Yeah, so much fun for me. We are going to hit pause for just a second, and we are going to check and see if my camera is still recording. Oh my god, it's recorded past the 3-minute mark. I'm impressed. I'm telling you, 5 times recording this. My camera's just like, I quit. I'm like, you've only done like 3 or 4 of these, bro. Don't quit on me now. Anyway. So this book has a lot of recommendations for every genre of book. I love that sound. A little bit of ASMR. I love these sounds of books. Anyway, it has like I said, every genre of book. It has mystery, sci-fi, essays, cooking, you name it. It's probably got a recommendation for you in this book. There are not just, your top sellers. You also have other bibliophiles giving their choice reads, their go-to picks. You have book clubs that have offered their suggestions. This was a book that went over well with the club. You have, and this is the really cool part, how people in rural areas get books. Like you have your little libraries. We have a lot of little libraries around here. We have the bookmobile. But this was a fun one. This one I learned about. We have the book camel in Saudi Arabia. Like, I didn't know that was a thing. I should have known that was a thing. But that's interesting to me. And I think it's the book donkey in Mexico. I'm not sure. But lots of interesting little things. You also have places that people like me who love books more than life itself, which really isn't saying much, can go and visit, like bookstores that are really popular, and libraries with interesting and helpful architecture that help bring the books more to life, as well as writing rooms like Jane Austen's, the Bronte Sisters, Edgar Allan Poe, that I think you can go and visit those. I'm not gonna, don't quote me on that bit, but it gives insight to how and why they wrote the way they wrote. It also gives a little bit of detail on the authors of some of the bestsellers, like, oh, this is what happened with this guy, and that's why he wrote what he wrote. It's got music that was inspired by books, and that's really cool to me. Now, here's the thing. Would I recommend this book to a normal person on the street? No, I wouldn't. This book is very niche. I will not lie. You have to be someone who adores the written word to get this book. Now, like I said, I can't stand a book that just sits on the coffee table and it's like, that just seems pretentious to me. Words are difficult, guys. Words are hard. That's just like, oh, look at me. I can just, have a book here. It's so pretty. You're not going to read that. I'm probably not going to read this again. Now, will I keep it and use it as research material? Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Now, I won't recommend it. Will I read it? No. But I will also suggest that any libraries that are watching, get this book. The bigger you are, the more you need it. Because you could have somebody come in and say to the librarian who may or may not have a specific genre. My mother is one of those people that has a specific genre. I love her to death, but mysteries are her jam. I read everything. She reads specifically mysteries. So if they come in and they ask a librarian who's, let's just say their genre is romance, hey, what's a good what's a good mid-century novel for me to try? They would be like, but with this book, you can go over there and you could pick it up and you could look in it and you could be, okay, good mid-century novel for me to try would probably be A House for Mr. Biswas. I'm reading that sideways. That's pretty impressive. So they could go and check out A House for Mr. Biswas. There you go. Ta-da. Okay, it's still recording too. All of my recording equipment's gone haywire lately, so. So yeah, that is my total review on Bibliophile. I do love it. I do highly recommend you go check out Jane Mount's work. Subscribe and check out some of mine. I do have my Linktree and my Patreon in the bio. So if you go and say, check out my Twitter and you like what I'm doing, or you want to just support me and help me get out some of this animation Guys, I have a bookshelf full of just animation ideas. I'm not even joking you. I think I've got like 67 ideas I'm working on for just personal Lady Valkyrie animations. I've got like 4 that I want to try and pitch to Disney, but I have to get an invite for that yet. So, that being said, keep an eye out because we're about to start promoting the Adventures in Nursing. You nurses are going to love it. It's true stories about nursing. It is not giving really doctor praise or whatever you want to call it. Like, I can't stand my... you'll get the gist when I get in there. But yeah, I'm trying to open up people's eyes so they're a little more nice to their nurses, as well as maybe Joint Commission's eyes. Because guys, I feel you. I'm not a nurse, but I've seen it. I've seen the troubles, so I'm here to help. Drop those stories to me. However, like I said, we're working on Lady Valkyrie Life, which is entirely done by me. I've got a couple of books in the work. I've got coloring books, books. Yeah, I've got a ton of stuff we're doing, and I really, really could use your guys' support. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Remember, this is going to try to be uploaded every other week. So until then, have a great time. I'll see you guys later, and don't forget to subscribe. It really helps us out. Thanks. A special thanks to our Patreon sponsor, Tess Thomas Jones and Jonathan Jones. Love you guys, and thank you for sponsoring.